a bit of a funny story time. I came here to do shipping, just got home I just got to storage from the gym, and I got a phone call today while I was at work, and it said United States Postal Service. And I'm thinking, I'm still getting used to these mics, friends, and it doesn't help that I am extra wide up top. So I'm just really clumsy, but I am used to getting phone calls from that number. If you are new here, my dad worked at the post office my entire life. He retired early, and so sometimes he would call me from work while he was like screaming at people. It still sticks in my head, and I would see United States Postal Service. I'm like, this can't be Dad. He's been retired for like 18 million years. So I answered the phone, and it was the postal lady, or the postal employee, I should say, that took my order for my Ground Advantage supplies. So get this, friends. I did tell her, I was like, I love to tell these stories on my channel. Are you okay with that? She's like, absolutely. Just don't use my name. Don't say what state or city I work in. I was like, okay, girl, I've got you. So if you are new and you've been living under a rock, Poshmark, September 12th, switched from Priority Mail to Ground Advantage. They gave us all a phone number. Every time I mention this phone number, there's always like 3 people that are like, what's the phone number? It's on the Poshmark blog, girl. It's on the Poshmark app. It is everywhere. But if you missed it, I will link it down below. You call the number, or you can email to order your supplies. And I told you all a couple of videos back, I finally ordered mine, and she gave me the great tip, and she was like, when you call to order, like if you have any friends that are ordering, tell them to call really early in the morning, like as soon as the call center opens, or really late in the evening, like towards where we close. And she did confirm it's Eastern, I think that's what she said. But it's on the Poshmark blog. They put the times there. You want to call within the first 2 hours or the last 2 hours, because she was telling me this was the first call when I placed my order that they have been inundated with thousands of calls. And when I had talked to her that last time I told you all, she told me they were like thousands of emails behind. So I get a phone call, and I'm like, this can't be my dad. Let me just answer it. Maybe my supplies, because I still haven't received my supplies. I haven't received any tracking or anything about it. And it was that lady. I'm not going to say her name. And she was like, I hope you don't find this weird or you report me or anything. I'm like, oh no. Is she like outside my door? What's going on? And she was like, you just seem so nice. And we talked for a while, and I wanted to let you know who I am. And I'm still thinking, oh Lord, what is going on? What is going on with this stalker woman? Oh my gosh, there's a bee. My storage unit is like, it's air conditioned, controlled and everything, but I have a pull up unit so I can pull my car up. And so, this is the outside, and sometimes there's like some big bugs that come by. Anyways, sorry, I don't like bees. I love them. They're great for the environment. Just stay away from me. So she was like, I just wanted to let you know who I am. Once we had talked and you ordered your supplies, it got me curious, because I don't know if I told you all on the first phone call I had with her, she didn't even really know what Poshmark was. She's like, I think I've seen a commercial about it. Like, so many people are calling about these Poshmark supplies. So she was like, I ended up looking you up on Poshmark, and I am the woman that, she told me her name, and I am the person that made that like 7-piece bundle. And I just wanted to call you and say thank you so much. So let me pause there. I do get quite a bit of bundle orders, but not like 7 pieces usually. So when I saw that bundle, I was like, wow, this is a great bundle. And some of it was like really expensive stuff. Like one of the pieces was a $200 dress, and she bundled everything together. My closet is set up, what is it? I think when you create a bundle, it automatically gives you 10% off. But then she sent another offer, but it was really reasonable. That was like another 10% off. And I was like, score. I haven't had a big bundle purchase like that on Poshmark in a very long time, unless it is a live sale. Like live sales, I do get bundles where they'll get like 10, 15, 20 items, but it's not like, close to like a full price sale. These were things that were listed in the closet. And then she says, also, I am so-and-so. She told me her username on Poshmark, and I'm the one who bought like 3 things on your live sale. And I was like, oh my goodness. I just let her, she kept going. And she was like, I just want to tell you, like, you're so inspirational. And in your live sale, if you ever come to one of my live sales, I do talk a lot. If you ever want to feel like you're hanging out with a friend, my live sales, I think that day she told me I was talking about like breastfeeding and postpartum and how getting old is a beast. That's not the word I want to use. And how I'm like, I had to get, this might be TMI, but if you are new here, we get TMI on this channel. Subscribe if you like TMI info. But in my live sale, I was saying how I had to get my first ever mammogram, and I have to get mine very early because my grandmother had cancer, breast cancer, and colon cancer. My dad's sister passed away from breast cancer. So my doctor was like, this is really early, but I want you to start getting mammograms like 10 years early. I'm like, okay. So I was talking about that on my live sale. So she's like bringing up all this stuff because I was like, this must be a joke. This can't be the lady. But then when she started saying things I was talking about in my live sale, I was like, oh my goodness, this is her. She went on to say like she's a survivor of breast cancer. And I hope, she kept saying, I hope you don't think I'm weird and like, please don't report me. I was like, I would never report you. And so anyways, we ended up, this is all of my lunch break at work today, having this hour-long conversation. She talked about my YouTube channel, how she literally, keep in mind, friends, I just placed my order for you. It's like 8. So for me, it's like 9 or 10 days ago. So she's done all of this within like a 9-day time span. She placed a 7-piece bundle in my closet. She came to one of my live sales, and I don't have that many live sales. I've only had like 2 or 3 in the last 10 days. Purchased a bundle there. She's binged watched almost most of this channel, and she was like knowing about my kids and how I've traveled to all these states. And anyways, she gave me some amazing insider post office info. I haven't been able to get the type of info that she gave me since my dad worked there. Like, he retired like 7 or 8 years ago. So, and my dad was in, I always forget his title. It's horrible. If you ask me what my parents do, I'm like, I think it was like logistical manager or logistical AVP of logistics. Or anyways, he would tell me a lot of stuff about shipping and like things that were coming. And she gave me so much information, and I swore to her, basically like pinky swore, I would never say her name, what city or state she works in, but I will be sharing that info with you. I can't do it now because, friends, my process is I get off work, I go to the gym either early in the morning or after work, and then I come here and I do my shipping quickly before the post office closes and they're about to close. So I think we'll do a dedicated video on that. But how crazy is that? And she did like reiterate that what I can share quickly is that if you still are calling to order and you haven't gotten through, make sure you call first 2 hours in the morning or last 2 hours when they close. She did say like email, they're focusing on phone orders first. So if you're emailing, just know, like, if you keep repeatedly emailing, they're going to send you out all of those orders. So just email once, maybe twice, but don't do more than that, because she did confirm you will get everything you put in through email. They are just so backed up that they can't even send out like tracking info. And she confirmed that mine was tracking. And then I think I did tell you this. She did mention that they are hoping to work with Poshmark to get to the point where we can just order these things online and we don't have to like call in or email. You can just order online, get an automated response, it's coming, and then it'll be shipped out. And then I think most of you know this. I don't know if this is insider information. You know there's a postal increase coming, right? It happens every year. Doesn't it happen twice a year? I'm so out of the loop on that, but that's coming. We talked about that. But how crazy is that? And so I thought, oh, this is like a once. This is rare. This can't be happening to anyone else. But then one of you commented, I think it was like 2 videos ago, that you had the same thing happen where you were calling to order and the lady like looked you up, the postal employee, and she was like, oh my gosh, I was in one of your live shows. I can't remember if it was Whatnot or Poshmark, but I just tell this story, and I told her that I wanted to share it with you all for us to just keep in mind that these are just normal people doing their job, because a couple of people have told me in DMs that they're like cussing people out when they call them because they're on hold for like an hour or 20 minutes. And I understand it's frustrating, but I'm so glad she did call me because it humanized the experience for me. Because I told you all, the first time I called, I'm so impatient. I was on hold for 15 minutes and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to send the email. And so I share this story with you to say they're just real people doing their job. They are just very overwhelmed. She said, even now, you know, this is almost a month after Poshmark made the switch. They are getting hundreds, if not thousands of calls every single day. And she was like, I just keep apologizing to people. She's like, I just got cussed out before I called you. And I was like putting off calling you because I didn't know if you were going to think I'm a freak and report me. But I felt like this would cheer up my day because you just seem so nice. And so, yeah, just remember, friends, they're human. They're just trying to do their job and they're just super overwhelmed. And I thought that maybe they wouldn't keep taking calls because, you know, the government is shut down. But I don't think the post office shuts. I should know this, considering my dad has worked there for so long. The post office is considered essential, right? So they don't shut down with government shutdowns. I should look that up. That's one thing I didn't talk about with her, but the phone center is still working. I know that. The phone number is still up. So yeah, isn't that crazy? You just never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to meet. You just never know. You never know. So I thought I would share that story time, but I did jot down some other tidbits that she did say, but I literally have 10 minutes to get to the post office. So subscribe if you enjoy these like story time. I'm just real sharing with you what's going on in reselling, but subscribe because I will put those like insider tips together. She gave me approval. I just won't mention any names or anything, but I think some of it could be helpful. But the big things were, if you missed that other video, order in the morning, order late at night, a price increase is coming soon, and just try to be kind, be patient. They're just human. By the way, I also want to order my Prime. It's Prime Day right now. If you haven't seen, for you, I guess it would be yesterday. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, I did a whole video about Prime essentials for like small business owners. I didn't want to call it just Prime for, what time is it? I'm just over here blabbing. I didn't want to just call it Prime for resellers because honestly, the stuff I mentioned is stuff that could be great for any small business. I will link it down below because the day you're watching this is the last day for Prime, and then it's not going to happen again until next year. And they actually have good deals. Sometimes I feel like Amazon will hike. I know this. I sold on Amazon for many years. They'll hike the price up of items right before Prime Day and then mark it down 20% so you feel like you're getting a good deal and it's really just the same price. But I specifically chose items that I know because I have bought everything in that video. I have bought many times over the last like 15 years of running my business. So I know, and I went and looked at my receipts at the regular price I paid. Like Rollo printers are actually on sale for 20%, which last Prime Day, it didn't even go on sale. So I'll leave, if you don't want to watch the video and you just want to see like the essentials, all that stuff I use, I'll just link them in the description box and I'll put it as the pinned comment because I'm pretty sure the day you're watching this is the last day. Like I featured that knife I always show you guys. It's right behind you. My box cutter, I put the mic, I put the lights, I put my Rollo, I put my hangers I use, my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I mean, there's everything in there from like $2 up to, I think the most expensive item is the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, but even the Rollo, friends, is on sale.